Hey, how's it going, everybody? Gabriel here. So this is the Speaking of Harmony podcast, and this is episode 10. A very interesting, cool little tip for you guys today that I want to talk about. And before I go, please subscribe to the channel, activate the little bell thing, notifications. There's all my social media stuff. You know, the feedback has been amazing as usual. Keep the question coming. It's great to be interacting with you guys on YouTube. And also a shout out for everybody who is listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all the platforms in which this podcast is arriving in audio form. Thank you so much for your support as well. If you have a chance, give a review of the podcast. It really help us. And also very important, don't forget to subscribe to the mailing list. There's a link in the video description so you can sign to my mailing list and be up to date on what I'm doing. There's a bunch of stuff coming up, so don't miss on that. Today's topic is a very nice thing that I use all the time, either when I'm harmonizing or playing harmony and stuff, but also when I'm soloing. It's a concept I use all the time, right? And the song that I chose to start with is this beautiful song by the great Dorival Caymmi, Rosa, right? So topic of our video today, this diminished Appogiatura chord, right? So let's talk a little bit about that, because it's pretty cool. You can use it in so many different ways. Well, first of all, what is an Appogiatura, right? It's an Italian name. So it's a name of a type of non-harmonic tone, right? So non-harmonic tone is a note in a melody, within the melody, that doesn't belong to the chord, right? So it's not that it's a note that doesn't belong to the chord. So hence being called non-harmonic tone. And there's so many of them, right? Passing tone and neighbor tone, and one of them is the Appogiatura, right? And it's characterized as a note that is not from the chord, that is being attacked in the downbeat, and then resolved into a note from the chord, right? So this case, D resolved into C, which is part of F major, right? But on this case, we're taking the concept farther a little bit. So we are talking about an Appogiatura chord, right? So this chord is attacked in the downbeat and then resolved into the chord they're supposed to resolve, right? Right? 5, 1. But we did 5 and then resolve the chord, right? And in this case, a great Appogiatura chord is a diminished chord. It's used in so many songs and tunes and in all kinds of scenarios, right? And it's in this tune, by the way, right? So we have right? So F diminished resolved into F. It's super cool, and it's within this particular song, so you can take that concept and just use it in so many ways, man. You know, it's such a great thing, such a little trick that you can use, right? There's so many songs that have that. It's like another one from Jobim that I play all the time is Corcovado. You can also use, right? Same F diminished resolved into F major, right? So we took that concept and applied here, right? Right? Again. You see, you attack the whole chord as an Appogiatura and then resolve into the chord that you're supposed to resolve into, right? It's so cool, super great. There's, ways of doing it within the song that doesn't have the chord, but you can use it. I particularly use, and I showed that in a few episodes ago, when I was playing Triste by Jobim as well, right? So I use the chord. I'll show it again in this particular context. So. We're supposed to go, right? To keep going, right? So 1. So instead of the 1 A major, I did A diminished. Diminished major 7, by the way, right? And then I resolved back into A major, right? So, right? So it's super effective, right? Right? So again, the case where, instead of hitting the tonic like the 1, I hit the diminished chord Appogiatura and then resolve, right? It's super cool because you delay the resolution of the chord and then you create this basically this kind of a suspension, right? You put this tension and then it's asking for the resolution and then boom, then you resolve it, right? It's so cool. There's so many ways you can use also, like improvising wise, because these are examples that I gave you. They really work within the melody, right? The melody is right there, but you can use that in concepts like when you're like accompanying, or when there's someone soloing, they don't have the melody. Sometimes the melody wouldn't fit this change, but when there's no melody, when someone's improvising or yourself improvising, you can use the concept, right? And not only for tonic, right? For ones, whatever major chord that you feel that this will fit, you can use, right? Let's say I can give you an example of another great tune that I love to play. Someday My Prince Will Come, right? Form, right? You see, instead of hitting B flat, I did F7. Instead of hitting B flat, right, 1, I did. Resolved B flat major and then carry on, right? So you can use that also like in soloing when you're improvising, right? You can pass by that chord as well and resolve, right? See, I did it and then resolved back, right? Right? I resolved here. So it's such a cool effect that you can use, not only when you are, harmonizing, but also when you are improvising. Like you can, even if, whatever the harmony is, or if you're not in charge of the melody and someone is playing the melody, hitting B flat, you can still superimpose that effect on your soloing, on your lines. So I can be thinking of that diminished chord and making the resolution in my solo, like melodically, right? So it's still cool. So I'll just kind of play soloing, trying to delineate the melody, or the harmony rather, and then when I get to that B flat, I'll try to like go for the diminished effect, right? So again. pass by the chord here, and I resolved back into B flat. See? And then you can use the symmetry, right? The great symmetry of the diminished chord to just go to town, right? Instead, on top of this, and then resolve the B flat, right? So you can use that on situations like that on the the major chord, but also like on the sus chord, it can go kind of crazy as well, because you'll be like kind of altering the chord, like in that F pedal thing in the end. So you can, if I just sticking around a little bit so you can see. So F sus, right? See, I'm like superimposing all these diminished sounds on top of that instead of sus, right? And then resolving into the sus back, see? And resolving back. See, it's super cool effect, right? So I'll show another one that has like a lot of chords, they can kind of pass by that diminish, very subtle, and still have the effect. Like a tune, for instance, like All the Things You Are, that has so many chords. So whenever you hit that major chords, the main points in the end of the sections, right? So you go right, C major, right? So on these major chords, I will superimpose the diminished sound and then resolve into the major chord, right? So I'll play C diminished, right? Resolve into C, and then here I'll do G diminished, resolve into D, right? Note that I'm using, like, for my friend guitarists, a good way to play this sound is to use the major 7, diminished major 7, right? This sound. You can even put the 9th here too. And here, a good way is like just thinking of like B over C. See? B major triad over C. Right? You can think of like that too. On this case, G will be F sharp over G, right? This kind of sound, right? Or the full diminished sound. If you're a pianist, you have all these hands to play it, right? So let's think about that. Let's hear how that happens, right? So 1. That sound. Now I'm gonna do some soloing so I can go through these changes and see if I can negotiate that diminished chord in there, right? You see, I did put it in different places too. Here on here I did put here, see, C over C sharp, C flat, right? And then on A flat I did in the diminished chord, and then resume. See, that's a very cool effect, guys, that you can, have fun with it. So let me know how you use that sound. Let me know if you use on the tonic and major chords or other different chords. Let me know what you think, what kind of tensions and effects you use when you're soloing over or playing, right? I like to use major 7 and major 9 as well, because just give me these nice, right? I can do all this arpeggiation, right? Which I'm gonna be talking about in further episode, like diminished resolutions, some cool ways you can use stuff that I talked with my good friend Yannick Wisdala on his podcast early this month, and I'm gonna be talking about that with you guys. So thank you so much for sticking around, and I would love you guys to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done yet. Activate the little bell thing and notifications. This is all my social media stuff. Subscribe to the mailing list, because you get some tips, some videos, some music for free, and a lot of stuff is coming up. So don't forget to sign up for the list in the link description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.